Yeah, and welcome to You Can Learn Guitar. So what we're going to do today is based off an A major arpeggio with some major and minor pentatonic thrown in there to boot. I was watching an interview on a guy who is doing a style of a guy I took lessons from, or a couple lessons from, this guy Greg Howe, who is mind-blowing. So if you guys haven't seen Greg Howe, highly suggest you watch Greg Howe. It's amazing. But anyways, it wasn't directly from the lesson, but it kind of just spurred an idea. So what we're going to do is break it down, and I'll give you a couple different ways to do it, and then, take what I'm showing you as kind of like a map, and then tweak it your own way. Forge your own path. And then, you'll have your own riff. So anyways, click the link down below. Sometimes there's lessons that aren't on YouTube down there, free ebooks, scales, all sorts of stuff from the man, the myth, known as Marty Schwartz. All right, let's zoom in for a closer look. All right, so what I basically did was took an A major arpeggio idea, right? There's lots of different ways. You can do that. You can do it here, right? And do sort of an A major arpeggio that way, which is kind of where I'm going to take it from. And then I'm going to come back in the major and minor pentatonic. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be like half arpeggio, half pentatonic. So we're going to start with the A note on the low E. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 4 and 7. So we got. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 5 and 7 on the D. After 5 and 7 on the D, I'm going to go to the G string, and I'm going to go 5, 6, slide up to 9. So we got. You can do hammer. Right? You can do all hammers. You can pick it all. From there, we're going to go to 8 and 10. And then 8 and 9. So 8 and 10 on the B. All right, so we got. And I'm going to pull off from 10 to 8 on the B. So we got. Okay, so all together. And then what I'm going to do after we go, I'm going to pull off from 9 to 7, slide, and then hammer down to 6. So we're pulling off 9, 7, slide to 5, hammer to 6. All right, and then we're going to go. So it's, I'm going to pull off from 7 to 5, 7, right? So it's. We're pulling off D, 7 to 5. Then we're going to go 7A, D, 7A, 5D, and then pull off. And we're just going to go chromatically down from 7, 6, 5, 4. So all together. Alright, now there's multiple ways that we can do that, right? We don't have to stick to that exact run. You can do more chromatic runs, like coming down from, we can enter it the same way. Right, so there I went 9, 8, 7, 5. This time I went right, just the same way we've done. So the only thing we've done differently is we went. Now we can go. So what I did was I went 6, 7, and then I did that stacking where I went 7D or 7A, D, A. Now I'm going to do it again. This time I'm going to go to D5. So we got. Progression backwards is right, that would have been the first one. This is the second one. You can end it that way. That's a fun. It's just a pattern. So what we're doing is we're pulling off 4, 2, 0. And then I'm going to go up the string above, which is the D string. So that's the G string. Then we're going to go to the D string, 4. Then I'm going to go pull off G to 0, back to the D string, 4, and then G open. So it's same thing on the next group of strings. And then I go. So that would just be 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, or 3, 4, open, D, 3, 4, open, D. Now I use my fingers, right? So I pick, pluck, right? And then when I do that, I'm plucking the G string. Right? So the string below, I'm always going to pluck, and the string above, I'm going to pick. So we got. Right? So you have that whole big riff. Where you'll use that is probably like at the end of the song when you guys have just ripped out a just killer version of who knows what. Maybe it's your own song at a club and people are like, yes! And they just can't get enough. And then you just go for one of those free-for-all end the song riffs where you hold up. And one of those parts, and you just a flurry of just pure nonsensical goodness. To keep them coming back for more. Alright, so mess with that. Like I said, experiment. You know, you can do the chromatic runs. You can do that same thing on the D and G. Right, I'm just doing that exact same riff on 2 different sets of strings. So we got. All right. Make sure you put the mistakes in there too. All right, so work with that.